Loon dog. Oh, man. Loon the Goon. Kevon Windex Looney because all he does is clear up the glass? Or is it because he's locking up Domantas Sabonis? Shout out Akon. 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 points. And Sabonis is just quiet. He's got Sabonis in his back pocket. He's got him in Alcatraz. That's what it is. So I want to know, King fans, is Looney still food for Sabonis? Is he going to get backhanded?
The matchups are a good look for the Kings. They're a good look. And if we play the Warriors as a 6 seed, I'll tell you right now, we'll backhand the Warriors. I don't want to play the Warriors just because I have a healthy respect and fear for Steph Curry. I don't want to deal with him in the playoffs. I really don't. But if it comes to that, we backhand the Warriors because the Warriors don't do nothing on the road. They definitely don't play defense on the road. The Warriors too small. Sabonis would eat all series long.
Well, there was a sequence. There's about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Harrison Barnes is driving to the lane. Draymond plays him straight up. Harrison misses the shot after just a great contest by Draymond, getting vertical, not fouling. Sabonis goes to go right back up with the offensive rebound and put back, and Draymond blocks him. Boom, right at the rim. They come on down. I believe it's kind of like a pick and roll with him, Draymond Green and Steph Curry, and then Draymond gets into the lane, does a little shovel pass to Wiggins. Boom, he hits it. They go back up 5. And that's kind of a lost sequence.
It is.
It's a lost sequence right there, but, I thought Sabonis is too big. I thought he's going to eat.
Yep.
I thought he was going to have his way with him. And I'm looking at his stats throughout this series. Bonte, game 1, he scores 12 points. Okay, obviously gets limited.
He was unplayable at times in game 1.
Agreed.
He was playing for the Warriors in game 1.
And like people are going to say, oh, he had 16 rebounds. He only had 2 assists.
Right.
This whole thing of him as a playmaker, like, Bogut was a better passer than Sabonis. Sabonis does a lot of the handoff, a lot of the, what I call, it's like RPOs in football. A lot of DHOs, dribble drive handoffs, where he gets the ball, here comes a guy off of him, and he's handling it, and he's going to try to set a ball screen. They've taken all of that away, and they've sagged off of him so hard. So when you don't have that guy coming all the way up on him, those DHOs go away.
Right, no
completely.
doubt.
And he hit 1 mid-range, and they were ready to throw a parade for him yesterday.
Right.
So in game 1, he scores 12.
He was wide open. Hold on, the mid-range. They're giving him the mid-range. It should be a layup. It should be a layup for Sabonis.
They're treating him like Andre Drummond. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
And people don't want to. That's disrespectful. Is it?
And he's so robotic in his moves, especially when it comes to driving to the paint. He's so robotic.
Head down,
he has to,
elbow out.
He has the stiffest Euro step I've ever seen.
He doesn't have he has no little baby hook. He doesn't have a drop step.
No touch.
Nope. I thought he could finish with both hands.
Klay has done a good job on him defending him in the paint.
I agree with you. And so you look at game 1, 12 points. Game 2, he was great, 24 points. Game 3, 15. Yeah, he had 16 rebounds. I would argue, okay, great. Hollow.
Empty calories.
And then, exactly. And then game 4 yesterday, 14 points, 7 rebounds. He had 8 assists. Didn't feel like it.
Empty calories.
De'Aaron Fox is clearly the number 1.
Right.
The question is, are you going to be able to contain Malik Monk, Keegan Murray? Those are the guys I fear much more than Sabonis, at least through these 4 games.
And Kevin Huerter's 3 for 21 from the 3-point line.
You got to think he wakes
Red
up,
Velvet.
right?
Yeah, well, Keegan,
1 game, at least.
Keegan was 1 of 8 in the first 2 games, didn't hit a 3. And then Kevin Huerter's 3 at 20 coming into last night. He did not make a 3. Kevin Huerter was awful yesterday. 1 of 4 from the floor, 2 points. Could not stick around Klay or Steph or Jordan Poole. Just his worst game of the season.
He's had a lot of foul trouble, too.
Yeah, foul trouble is killing Kevin Huerter. So they go to Malik Monk. It's all good. Malik Monk, look, he needed 14 shots to score 16 points. He does get to the rack. You got to keep him off the free throw line. I like Malik Monk a lot. He's off and on. Davion Mitchell's played some good minutes for them. But
how about Alex Len?
Steph is starting to wear him down. But you know what?
Alex Len's giving him good minutes.
He's giving him good minutes, but at the same time, I'll take Alex Len on the floor. He's a big Steph. You know what I'm saying? His touch around the rim, he'll go out there and hack it. He did give him some good minutes, though.
I like Alex Len.
Early on, he gave some good minutes. Now, do I want Alex Len on my basketball team?
He's a 7th or 8th man. I mean, we're not talking about someone who's an impact.
Maybe a 9th or 10th man.
You're probably more. You know what? You're probably right. I'm just saying I like him. I don't think he's that bad.
He's all right. He's a good backup big. Let's go to Horace in Texas. But no, the Sabonis argument is he's got to hit the mid-range jumper. They're giving him the mid-range jumper. You got to hit the mid-range jumper. Instead, he holds the ball. He's looking around. He clanks it. And then Mike Brown yesterday basically went up to the podium and said, hey, we got to stop driving in three guys and looking around looking for fouls.
Well, that's him. That's his game.
This is where Mike Brown is a genius. He knows that Sabonis is doing that, but he made it a team thing, saying, hey, we have to stop complaining at the referees. We got to stop whining to them and looking for every call because that's what Sabonis is doing. He's looking, hey, you're 7 feet. You're the biggest man on the floor.
And he left hand,
the elbow,
head down, right elbow out,
elbow
right into your
long.
chest every time.
But Looney said it before the
trying
series.
to bully ball.
Looney
I
said
thought
it
he
before the
traveled on
series.
another play on one end that they didn't call. The feet
They missed
were
a lot of
shuffling.
calls. The referees, Gucci Man, and Josh Tiven, they all miss calls. It is what it is. Forget the rest. The players are going to determine this series moving forward. Who's going to make shots? Who's going to get key stops? And yesterday, the Warriors made some key stops there, but Sabonis, the whining, and Mike Brown said it yesterday after the game. We got to stop whining, dude. We got to stop looking for calls. We got to take this series. We got to do what we need to do instead of looking for some help from the Zebras. So 888-957-9570. Sabonis, the Warriors have done a good job on him. I think throughout the series, it's Fox who's been the problem. Fox is just, oh my gosh, he is so good. He's so good.
He gets this
fast.
little knifing, little dribble drive penetration, then stops, elevates
on a dime.
And by the time you've even left your feet, the ball's already out of his hand. And his touch is so feathery.
Yeah.
And then obviously
he's got the float game. He gets to the rack.
He's a 3-level
He's got
scorer.
the mid-range jumper. Now he's hitting the three. He's hitting the step
He's
back.
incredible.
And he's talking back and forth to Draymond Green.
What'd you think of that?
Oh, I loved it. Well, Draymond, I knew exactly what Draymond was doing. Draymond wanted to make an impact right away. So he already is talking to Sabonis. And Fox is like, nah, dude, you ain't doing it. And Draymond's no, I'm here.
And they both got the text. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want Draymond to get kicked out. But
you take the trade-off.
Of course. And I think Draymond himself said it in the podcast. Like, I don't want to get kicked out, but if we were both going to go, so be it. It's a bigger loss for them than me.
Now, keep in mind, Draymond Green is 2 points away from being suspended. for flagrant.
Knowing Draymond,
we're not even out the first round yet, folks.
Somehow he'll say he did that on purpose, and it's to motivate his teammates.
We're not even out the first round of the playoffs, and he's 2 points away.
So one flagrant two, and
he's suspended for a game. Horace in Texas. Horace, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Horace?
Y'all feeling good?
A lot better.
Oh, I mean, listen. I said they were going to win game 3, Dubs in 6, but I'd be lying if I say I wasn't exhausted right now.
Let me tell you something, brothers. Sometimes, especially in the playoffs, you're gonna have to win an ugly game, and it got ugly in the fourth quarter. But you know what? I've been saying it for 8 years, and I'm going to keep on saying it. We took care of it.
All right, slowing us down there, Horace. Slowing us down. Let's go to Drew Scottsdale. Drew, what's happening? You're on the roast. Drew.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's
How
up,
we doing?
Drew? We're good, man. What's going on?
Yo, I'm out here in Scottsdale, Arizona. The sun stands out here a week. I'm a Bay boy living in the desert. I got to say, Draymond proved his worth last night. I mean, coming in the third quarter, holding Darren Fox.
All right. I hope Lucas Alexander and Matt Nahegan are listening to this. Our PD and APD. All right. They always come. They don't come at me. They come at other people on the show.
What's that?
About guests. You guys don't need a guest after a show. You can just take the calls. You don't need a guest after a show. I'm saying, dude, we're doing 4 hours. I want 2 guests a show. Full disclosure. Taking everybody behind the curtain. I want 4 hours is a lot. 4 hours is a lot to talk. Ron Adams, I caught up with him yesterday. He goes, outside of participating in athletics, talking for a living is physically taxing.
Absolutely.
And so
mentally draining.
Yeah, mentally draining.
But
so
no one's crying a river for us.
But nobody's crying a river. Now, I don't want them to. However, this is a message to Matt Nahegan and Lucas Alexander. You guys don't need guests. We just want to hear you. And, you take the calls. The calls are going to be let up. You hear those last 2 calls drown out? You hear them drown out? This is why we need 2 guests a show. So let us do what we do which is dominate the mornings, and you guys worry about the other stuff. Seriously, I swear to God. May Money, Oakland, what's happening? You're on the roast. And I love you, Matt Nahigan, you know that. But Lucas, pipe down a little bit. Pipe down. Seriously. What's up, May Money?
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
What's up?
Oh, well, top of the morning. Unfortunate for those other calls, but, you know, hopefully I can stay on for a few seconds.
Absolutely. I saw the sign yesterday, May Money. You're looking good.
Indeed. All right. So I got two things. I met two Karen fans yesterday. One was acutely aware that they don't exist, and the other one was an assholeian. Secondly, we're loading Klay Thompson up. I could feel it. We're gonna get one of those games from him because yesterday, like, he really starting to show where he comes in handy, and so I really feel like Klay's about to really do some stuff. So I'm excited for that. And I need my Bayer aspirin for this morning because I almost had a heart attack. And Nate said, "What's up?" So that's it. That's all.
What's
May
up,
Money,
Nate?
we love it.
Nate.
We love it, May Money and Nate. Nate, I saw them yesterday with the sign. May Money's always in the building. I did need Bayer aspirin. I did. I was trying to be calm as hell for the post-game show. I was trying, man. I got to the car. I sat down, and I went to go pick up baby Ches, and I got on that couch, and I said, damn, I'm tired. That was a lot.
I bet the baby wasn't.
Oh, she was ready to roll.
Yeah, she was ready
Basketball,
to go.
fun basketball game. She was watching. She was locked in. She was. We don't need no
I do
guests.
believe Klay having a good. I thought he had a really good game. Better than the numbers indicate. He needed that offensively, and I hope that he can build on that because if they want to win 2 out of these next 3, they are going to need another signature Klay Thompson performance.
Well, I love Klay at the end of game 3. The end of game 3, Klay found his rhythm there. And that was, we were discussing Steph and the new lineup and the one big lineup and what to do with Draymond Green. Klay quietly in that fourth quarter of game number 3 got himself going, and I think he bottled that up. He took that into game 4, and I thought he had a very solid game. Now, he lost Keegan Murray a couple times. Keegan Murray's going to be a damn good player, and his brother plays just like him, his twin brother. I asked Will, I said, where they got Keegan Murray's brother projected at? First round, 20s. Well, the Warriors hold the 19th overall pick. Can the Warriors, draft his brother? 19 overall? I'll take that all day long. All day long. All right, let's get some energy here, man. Let's go. 888-957-9570. Dub Nation, where the hell are you at? The Warriors just won that game for the even the series. And, I mean, just a classic, absolute bonanza of a basketball game. They're down 9 in the second quarter. They come back and go on a 9-0 run. They're down 9 in the third quarter. They come back and go on a run and take control of the basketball game. They hold on for dear life in the fourth quarter. You guys saw how the last 42 seconds went. You saw how crazy that was. Where the hell are you at, Dub Nation? You're tied the Sacramento Kings up. You're down 0-2 with your backs against the wall. Backs against the wall. And I told you guys, the pressure was on Sac to win game number 3 because you gave this team life. Now the Warriors have a lot of life, and they get 2 days off before going back up to the G1C to steal Game 5. Because that's what's happening, Kings fans. Know your role in this series. You're here to get the Warriors ready for the L.A. Lakers. Verducci, what's happening?
Dude.
You're on the roast. You're on the roast, excuse me.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? Where the hell is Dub Nation? Come on, baby. We just came back from a 2-0. We're tied 2-2. I just played 6 a.m. basketball in El Dorado Hills. I came, to listen to the 95.7 The Game, and this is what I get to just calls that basically deflate my energy. But you know what? I thought I'd call in and just talk about the resilient part of the champions. And that's what I said. I went to church. My drip game was on point yesterday at church, sporting my Warriors gear. And I told everybody, you know what? You could talk about the beam. You can talk about up 2-1, but it's the difference is you haven't been here. And when the game is on the line, your young guys aren't going to know what to do, and that's what happened with 40 seconds left. Who the hell wants Harrison Barnes taking that shot? That should have been, Fox taking that shot. So for me, I said it. They're going to go ahead, win the series in 6 games. They're going to go ahead, take the beam out, baby, a golden one, and they're going to come back and win it at Chase Center. And fellas, I'll see you in the second round. Let's go, Dub Nation. Wake the hell up.
What did you think of that last shot for them in terms of the way it was designed? Because I did see some criticism of Mike Brown, and I thought Mike Brown, De'Aaron, whoever you want to criticize, I thought it was unfair. That's a great look.
It's a great play. It's a great play design.
I mean, maybe you want another guy. If De'Aaron's not going to take it, maybe you want Malik Monk to take it or whatever. But like, that's about as good of a look as you can get.
You know, I think Mike Brown. I don't know if the Memphis Grizzlies were the first to do that. But I thought instantly, in my mind, I said, oh, that's the Memphis Grizzlies play from game one last year against the Golden State Warriors. When John Morant opened up in the backcourt and he got that running start against Gary Payton II, was able to get a screen and go straight to the rack. Now, I think Sacramento was looking for Fox to do the same thing. But remember, with about 4 to 5 seconds left, he mishandled the ball. And it kind of threw the whole play out of whack.
Came up on his right hip, I guess. His right hip.
Yep, right hip, and he took that away. Took that away from him. And then he sees Harrison Barnes to the left. Steph was able to recover in time on Harrison Barnes to give him a little bit of a contest, have a flying hand out there. Now, is it going to affect Harrison Barnes? He's 6'8". Probably not. He had a good look at it. But I thought Fox mishandling the basketball. What if he does go right? What if he does see Malik Monk to his right? But the play design, having him start in the backcourt with his speed and getting a running start, I said, oh, boy, Mike Brown took that from Memphis from last year and Taylor Jenkins.
I was thinking that maybe Kings fans were wanting some sort of a 5-out offense, and then you get more of an ISO play so you can go downhill because you're up one. You only need a two.
Yep.
So at that point, you can open up the entire floor.
Yep.
You didn't need to, quote-unquote, settle for a three-pointer. That being said, again, I thought it's about as good of a look as you're going to get. I mean, you got tiny Steph Curry with Harrison Barnes, who's hit some shots in this series. Yeah, maybe you want Malik Monk, but, I mean, I don't know. I thought that's about as good of a look as you're going to get.
Here's Mike Brown on that look before we get back into the lines.
I think HB just went to set the pick and roll. We just wanted to flatten the defense out and say, hey, we're going to live with Fox shooting the ball. HB decided to go set a pick and roll with Fox to get the switch. We got the switch, and we got a wide open three, and that was just as much on us as it was anything else because we got a great look from one of our veterans, and we just ended up missing the shot.
I figured that when Fox got the running start, he wanted to 5 out.
That's
let Fox cook. But he mishandled that ball, and Barnes just said, you know what, I'm going to give him some help and screen.
It didn't sound like that's what they like.
No, Mike Brown basically told you he wanted Fox to go one-on-one and take the last shot.
Yeah,
that was Fox's game.
When I think of flattened out, it's either you're down on the baselines to give him all that room to work
You got
out on the perimeter.
You got two guys in the corner, each corner. You got two guys on the wing, and you just let them operate one-on-one in the space. It makes sense because Fox was the most clutch player in the NBA.
Well, and
how many game winners has he hit this season?
And just think about this series. Forget this season. This series. He's gotten anywhere he wants on the floor, and he's been able to get his shot off, and it feels like every one of them is going in. Like every Fox miss feels like, thank God. Doesn't it?
And Barnes sets a screen.
Wow.
Barnes sets a screen.
Interesting.
And
he's probably got, what do you think, the most playoff experience on that team?
You would, yes, he's got the championship.
I'm just thinking off the top of my head if there's anyone else.
I mean, Matthew Dellavedova, but he doesn't play.
He's got a huge cast on. Or I don't know what that thing is.
He doesn't play. Wow.
I know. Hearing Mike Brown say, because I had not heard that sound.
Now I heard it yesterday.
Yeah,
and I was
not heard that.
It made sense because when he got the running start, I said, oh, they're going to let Fox go one-on-one.
Yeah.
I thought out of timeout, you let Fox go one-on-one.
Yeah, we all did.
Then Barnes hit the screen. I said, oh, they got Barnes screening. Okay, he's going to pick and pop, but you're not going to pick and pop with Harrison Barnes. You'd rather pick and pop with Keegan. You'd rather pick and pop with Malik Monk. You'd rather pick and pop with Red Velvet. I mean, not yesterday, but in general. Barnes is like the fifth option on the pick and pop to me. Fourth or fifth. Wow. Here's Harrison Barnes on the last shot.
Wide open. Process was good. Fox obviously trusted me to take that shot and back-run it. So, on to the next, but I feel confident where we are and where we're going. After you learn to put yourself together after 2016, I think, one shot is not going to necessarily phase you. So, for me, it's all about trusting the process. I mean, like I said, we got a good look. We missed it. But at the end of the day, I think the way that we're playing, the way that we're in the series right now, we just have to continue to just do that and get better.
That may be the first time I've heard Harrison Barnes acknowledge.
I was just going to say.
2016. I don't think I've ever heard him say, I had to pick up the pieces after game number 4. I don't recall that.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
I'm not acutely aware of all of his press conferences
Right.
or all the times that he's had mics in his mouth or in his face, excuse me. And that's surprising that he would go directly to that.
Well, that's the thing with Warrior fans.
Well, I thought that's unfair.
Warrior fans will find receipts all day long.
Yeah, but
And so if Harrison Barnes would have said that before, now I'm looking here. All right, so Keegan's on the floor. They had Sabonis on the floor as well. Malik Monk grabs the ball, spikes it high. I guess you couldn't play Herter because Herter was awful.
Well,
you had to have Barnes
You only
out
need
there.
a 2-point. Like, I mean,
know.
technically, you
A
only
bucket.
needed one bucket, right? So, to me, I understand why you would have Sabonis out there. Maybe I would like to get a better shot quicker because then I have the opportunity for a putback.
And then with the whistles, the way the whistles were going, maybe you get a foul if
I
you drive
know.
to the lane.
Yeah,
Settling for
that's
three.
A great point. It's a
Oh,
great point.
man,
and
Vincent.
considering how good,
Yeah.
at least throughout the series, you've been on the offensive glass.
Right, you have. Man.
I know.
Warriors stole one in the last minute.
Well,
Should have been that close,
That's
but
the
man.
problem. Their own execution.
Right. Oh, man. They hang on for dear life and survive.